On Facebook Live.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am running a little.
Well, they don't know.
It's another great day, and Shalima was just referring to the cane and corn fest that we had September 2nd this year. Listen, this DVD is something that we all need in our collection. You know, Mario Moorhead was there, Pikey was there, you know, and the masqueraders, the West End masqueraders were there. And that, hey, it was powerful. It was powerful. And it brought out some things that, well, we all should know and need to know about our history and about cane specifically, you know, cane and corn, and how it was used in the ancient days and how it was referred to. You know, Pikey did a great job on that, bringing that information. And Mario always does his grand explanation of things and historical explanation of social phenomena. I think that's really his expertise. And Miss Asta and the West End masqueraders, listen, they did a phenomenal job in dancing and performing for our ancestors and us. Because certainly the ancestors were there. You know, you could feel the energy. So this DVD is excellent. It's one of the ones that you need in your collection. And are we selling them?
Not yet.
Yeah, not
but,
yet. After we get the one. Yeah. But it's going to be an excellent fundraiser. I can see that as this time goes on. You know.
I'm seeing a light in the background. Interesting.
That's at that angle.
At that angle.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try this one. I'll probably in front. Okay.
We have a special guest, I see.
But yes, but he's just staying where he is at the moment, and he's welcome to join us if he chooses to. But let's begin as far as we'll continue as we may have some new listeners or viewers, and they just need to know, wow, where are we? Who we are, what we are all about. And so the purpose of this union is to unify and empower the people of the Virgin Islands and Caribbean, both home and abroad, through Afrocentric educational, economical, and agricultural means by creating a system of human equality with the governing principles of know yourself for your greatest harmonious potential, love, balance, harmony, order, truth, righteousness, justice, reciprocity, and freedom. And we have several objects bulleted is to establish or incorporate by itself or with others educational, economical, and agricultural programs, to establish a state division, to acquire land and sublet it out with the views that the members shall eventually be the owners, to acquire and dispose of properties in town, country, and any other location, to render assistance in sickness and other distresses, to secure legislation in the interest of the members, and to establish or incorporate by itself or with others credit unions, banks, or financial institutions, to include insurance companies. And how can one become a member of UMOJA Caribbean Union?
To qualify for membership, the applicant or person of legal adult age, in accordance with the Virgin Islands statute, irrespective of skin color, financial status, beliefs, disability, and or gender, must file an application in writing. Such application must be signed by the applicant or marked with their special mark, their X mark, witnessed by 2 UMOJA Caribbean Union officials. Upon payment of the required entrance fee, which is $15, the applicant becomes a member of UMOJA Caribbean Union. And I'd like to say we just celebrated D. Hamilton Jackson. And this union is modeled behind the St. Croix Labor Union of 1915, D. Hamilton Jackson. The entrance fees and dues. Actually, I'd like to go right to the departments. Excuse me, because as we're really interested in building this union, then the committees are the ones that really actually do the work. The education committee, let me read this. To accomplish UMOJA Caribbean Union's objective to establish or incorporate by itself or with others educational, economical, and agricultural programs, the following programs have been established. Education. And one on education is the Public Affairs Committee. Is responsible for dissemination of information by way of newsletter, social media, and any other means of include community outreach, and our newspaper. The newspaper is another addition. Number 2, under education is Research Committee. Is responsible for creating the database of information for all areas in UCU's interest. Then we go to the Agriculture Committee, because without food, nothing can happen really. So number 1 on Agriculture Committee, Home Gardening Committee. And we just had a workshop. It was Sunday, wasn't it?
Last Saturday.
Right, the workshop on
how to.
You know, it's so interesting that once you control your food, you control your thoughts, you control your feelings. And by putting your hands into the earth, it's so reconciling many areas, emotionally and mentally. So agriculture is so important. Home gardening and the learning how to the workshop on box gardening is it's for everyone, the whole family. The whole family, what age group or what gender, doesn't matter. The whole family can participate in that. And actually, that is a family gathering opportunity and activity. I mean, that's the type of thing that we do with our families to build that love. Yes. The last one is Labor Department. The first on the Labor Department is the Bargaining Unit Committee. And it's responsible for negotiating better working conditions, fair wages, and other areas which the group employees are in need of representation. Second under the Labor Department is the Skills Committee. Now this is out of all the committees, this might be the most important one. Skills Committee is responsible for identifying skilled individuals or groups to conduct workshops and training. You know, a lot of times in our past, we've selected individuals to help us, to teach us and to train us. And they were teaching us and training us from a white supremacist perspective. And not only that, from a judgmental perspective. And we know that there are all types of people in the world and all types of philosophies of life. But once you begin to see that love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice is the basis of any social relationship in our life with people, places, and things, then committee, the Skills Committee, identifying individuals that are going to teach us and bring to us the truth, the love, the peace, the freedom, and the justice. Because without love, you can't have justice. Without justice, you're not really showing love. So, the skills committee is very important. I see it very, very important. Bring your talent and bring your skills. This is the idea of the union, isn't it? You showing me?
Most definitely.
It's the idea of bring what you can offer so that we can build this union for the interest of us. For our interest.
Yes, and just to touch on David Hamilton Jackson and our ancestors. For those who don't know, our unions, UMOJA Caribbean Union, the foundation that was laid by David Hamilton Jackson and the St. Croix Labor Union is ours, and we're building on that. So the objects that were mentioned came from St. Croix Labor Union. Little history: St. Croix Labor Union was the first organized and recognized labor organization in the Caribbean since 1950. And union members of the St. Croix Labor Union came from various parts of the Caribbean. St. Croix Labor Union members collectively seized the sugarcane refining industry until members received fair wages, and that took place in 1916.
Strike.
Yeah, in other words, the strike. So collectively they came together, and it proved what they did, and they held strong because of an injustice way of paying them. They had to take the action that was necessary, and they came together, and they had a strike. It lasted about, I think, a few months, and
that was 6 months, 6 to 9 months.
Between 3 to 6 months, I believe that's what I.
And look what they had. Look what we had to do. What our ancestors had to do. They had to feed each other. They had to transport each other back and forth because the plantation owners locked them out. They couldn't have nothing to do with the plantation owners after the strike, of course, right? So we had to unify and fend for ourselves, and they were quite successful in doing that. That's one of the reasons why we've taken that as a model. I'm sure.
Most definitely. So it's like we are honoring our ancestors, or the ancestors whose foundation we stand on, and definitely there's President David Hamilton Jackson. We are continuing, and it's to build, what they left for us. And there is a DVD.
Yes, there is.
That
Powerful
was
DVD.
It's called Remembering the Past to Strengthen Our Future, in which I did interviews on several individuals on island, and that's available on YouTube, so you can go and check it out. Or if you visit this site, it's called www.letusunite.webs, that's webs.com, and you can view it there as well. It's also listed on our newspaper, so feel free to grab your own newspaper. It's located on our website at www.ucu.webs.com, and also on our Facebook page, UMOJA Caribbean Union Inc. Departments. Go to File and download your free copies. So there's a lot of newspapers, newsletters that are available, and keep it for your collection.
There's a lot of information in there. Actually, the Sister Uta, and as we get to the paper, Africa House, with Sister Uta Reed, has put together every month individuals that were born in the month, like
Actually have a local holiday, and it's named in honor of him, David Hamilton Jackson Day. And prior to that, it was known as Liberty Day. So here in the Virgin Islands, we definitely recognize him for standing up. He went through so many things that in these days some people may not have the strength
May not.
to
Do not.
do so. But I must say he had the support,
The support,
the
yes.
spiritual support,
That's right.
and
The physical support. Yeah.
material-wise
Emotional
support.
Yeah.
From the people. And one of the things that we emphasize, or I would like to emphasize, is as we say Virgin Islanders home and abroad. See, the thing with St. Croix Labor Union, again, we're standing firm on the foundation, is that there were Virgin Islanders from abroad, Virgin Islanders in the States or
That's
what
right.
have you,
That's right.
and they contributed to St. Croix Labor Union. As a result of that, St. Croix Labor Union was able to purchase thousands of acres of land here on the
Yes.
island of St. Croix,
Yes.
and there's even a property. I mean, even some of the there's an annual event held at Grove Place, and that's one of the properties that came from St. Croix Labor Union, being owned by the St. Croix Labor Union. And there's a housing community.
Mutual homes, right?
Yes, on the outskirts it says St. Croix Mutual Homes, but Recorder of Deeds it says St. Croix Labor Union Mutual Homes. But if you go to that website that I mentioned earlier, that's www.letusunite.webs.com. There is documents that would prove that I'm referencing. It's available on that site, and feel free to get that information. It also has information about where some of the members of St. Croix Labor Union came from, various parts of the Caribbean. Yeah. So those type of documents are on that website. So definitely go check it out. And we can do more things. We can support this labor union, UMOJA Caribbean Union, because there's great things happening. And where we are, I guess let's do the sponsors, those advertisers, and putting out this disclaimer: the commentaries or views in our newsletter or even our online radio is not necessarily associated with any of our sponsors or advertisers, in which we do appreciate them, and they are, starting to the top, is Right Way Service Station, located at Princess, that's 35A La Grande Princess. Is locally owned. There's a convenience store, and members from UCU can receive discounts there. You must show your card so you can get your discount.
Yeah.
And we have Ito Trinity in the west side, and that's Migas, and you can get your natural foods, natural drinks. He's located at 429 King Street. Call and place an order at 340-772-1414. And this is another place where members can get, UCU members can receive discounts there.
Show your membership card.
Show your membership card.
Yes. Alma's is where you can get your oils, your fragrance oils, your shea butter, your natural deodorants, your toothpaste. She has a large selection of fragrance oils and oils from Dominica, castor bean oil, and some handmade oils, that are excellent. Incense, she makes incense, right? And also Afrocentric clothing, African type, kente cloth and other types of African fabric, excellent. Herbs are also there, and teas, beverage teas. Right? Alma's, it's 53A King Street, right on King Street, third block in, on the west side of the street. Can't miss it, right there, right at the beginning of Leaders Court. And
members also could receive discounts there too. So
right.
UCU members, show your membership card so you can receive your discounts.
Mm-hmm. Next is Studio 413, Salon and Spa, right? Specializing in natural hair
and natural skin care.
Mm-hmm. Yes, natural hair care. Yes, natural hair care and skin care. Right. The address is Barron Spot Mall, Suite 107, Christiansted. The number is 340-690-6046. And let's see, Studio 413. Yes, that's the one where you did on your solar return, you had You went there and
We kind of
413 because if you see this picture of what Selena did, what they did for her, hey, it was magnificent. Beautiful, beautiful. Next is Raquel's fashion.
accessories and wear.
Yes. And that's at 43A King Street also, in Leaders Court, right back by where Negus is, and Alma's in the front. Negus is in the back, sort of, in the mall type area. And Raquel is right across from Negus. She's right there. She has tremendous jewelry and gems and gold and silver, copper and brass, and it's kind of, when I first went in there, it reminded me of a place I went to in India when I was in India. You know, the kind of energy that was coming out of the shop. It's a beautiful shop. She also has other accessories for other clothes and other bags and watches and different jewelry. Yeah, Raquel's Fashion and Accessory Wear. Check it out. What's her phone number? Okay.
That is 321
370
yeah,
7991.
and you can even go online at her website at www.raquelsfashion.net. So do your online shopping there. And then there's Nestor's on the west side.
Nestor's. I saw Nestor yesterday. Nestor was very his smiley self, right? Nestor's is located right there at in Frederickstead, right across from
The waterfront.
It used to be the old USO building. Remember that? I don't know. Probably before your time, Shirley, but in the 80s, there was a USO building right there.
Yes.
Right across. And Nestor's place is right across the street from that, near.
Well, it's also like right across from First Bank too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, First Bank. Yeah, that is First Bank. Okay.
And his sign is up there, so look for his sign that says Nestor's.
But what he has in there is tourist items, right? And he's an expert in internet and technological stuff. He has a lot of chargers and batteries and different things that you would need for your technical equipment, for your phone and for your laptop, for different things. He has an excellent display he has liquor there too, and different types of beers. There's a beer in there that I had never seen before, coming from Denmark, I think it was. Anyway, his number is 340-473-1896. That's Nestor's Retail and Liquor, right there across from First Bank, right on that little side street. 340-473-1896. Who's next?
Then we have the #1 spot on island to play pool. That's A&L Professional Billiards, located at 145 VI Corpland on East Airport Road. Their phone number is 340-220-5133. You can check them out on Facebook at STX Billiards. And they're open Wednesday to Sunday, 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. So there's some professionals there.
Is that where you're learning?
Is what?
Is that where you're learning to play pool?
I am not even going there. But I'm willing to learn so I could become a professional. Just like we have Michael
Yeah.
Paris.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Makil,
yeah.
thank you.
Uh-huh.
Makil Paris, who actually trained there by JT.
Yeah.
And, he's definitely represented the Virgin Islands. He went to Russia
And one.
other places in the States.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Powerful.
that's where he got trained right there. And thank you, JT, from A&L Professional Billiards.
Yeah.
And if you want to learn how to play pool, just go out. Broadcast there, like several places. We've broadcasted at Raquel's
Yeah.
Fashion, Alma's,
Have you done it right away yet?
Nestor's. Dr. Olu, and please, if let the people know
Well,
what services and things that they can get from you.
we specialize in intercellular cleansing, through the 7 healing arts, and it's about basic cleansing, cleanse, nourish, rejuvenate. That's the process, and we have herbal packages centered around that process. You get charts because after the cleansing process, it's like if you go back, you could get sick. If you're not really forward and changing your lifestyle and making a move, right? Then we don't go back. You go forward constantly. And so as you develop yourself, we assist that process in bulk herbs and other types of tinctures, decoctions, and infusions. We're located 53A King Street, right in Leaders Court, right there, right, by Negus and Raquel and Almas. We are open on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 11 to 7. 11 to 7, and by appointment. My number is area code 340-227-7412. And I don't have
Are you open on Saturday?
I'm open on Saturday, yes. 11 to 7. Usually, unless there's something. This Saturday, there's a memorial for Nancy Heitzman, so there'll be, I think it's in the late afternoon, so maybe close it early. But certainly by appointment or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 11 to 7.
And they can contact you in advance?
Yes, at area code 340-227-7412.
And also UCU members, you can receive
Discount
there.
definitely.
So bring your card, and if you need to get your things up to date, then contact us, the union, at 1-857-240-2854, so that you could present your card and get your discount.
That's right.
So definitely, this is one of the things that we do. And where we are, yes. I know it's like, where are we today, right? What's going on? You're hearing noise in the background, and then there is a box right here. So if Olu, if you could kind of slide slightly, not too far to the right, we are at for allowing us to use space, our instructor, Mr. Hamilton, and for those who participated, actually came and learned how to build a box garden. So this is the big box garden. And let me say too that under our Department of Agriculture, we have the Home Gardeners Committee, and out of that committee, we initiated the Williams Delight Home Gardeners project. So out of 5 of our participants Three already got their garden boxes or barrels, and now this one is going to the fourth participant. So that's going to be delivered today, and definitely. So this is something that we do, and with your support, your contribution, we can definitely do more. So recognizing, yes, they're going to get our logo attached to it as well, and Chant's own too. So
it's very sturdy. It's very sturdy, and look how high it is above the ground. I like that too. That's important.
yes, yeah, right.
It's excellent on the back, right? And it's made with plywood and 2x6, 2x8. Yeah, and 2x4s.
And just imagine, like, if you have old lumber, at your home, you can actually make a box garden. So, yeah. So I'm very excited that this has been done. So the own, and on our Facebook page, there are pictures, I believe, of the other participants who got theirs, and they got their garden going. I know there was carrots, and the other one was beets. So I'm not sure what this one is going to have. I have to double check, but that's some of the things that we do. So I'm very grateful that that was accomplished. Again, thank you, Chant, for having us partner with you in making this a success, and we are going to have another one, so look out for that in the very near future. So if you missed the first one, you can definitely not miss the next one. So in advance, just contact us if you have to, and reserve a spot in advance likewise. Okay, so we moving on, we started about Africa House Club.
Yes.
And the calendar that is provided, to us, and it's posted in our newspaper likewise. But yes, definitely highlighted David Hamilton Jackson Day, which was on the 1st.
And it outlines different dates that outstanding individuals were born and or participated, like the Hamilton Jackson we celebrated November 1. But Benjamin Banneker, right? The 9th of November.
The 9th is Saturday.
The 9th is, it is Saturday.
That's fine.
Born in Maryland, 1731 to 1806. The astronomer, and he's the one that laid out Washington, D.C., or one of the ones that laid out Washington, D.C. Russell Means, yes, an astronomer, scientist, and inventor. Russell Means, a Native American activist born 1939 to 2012. And we know that he did, tremendous for the indigenous people here in North America in terms of highlighting the oppression that was perpetrated on we, the generations. Powerful man. Look at this. On November 15th, the Berlin Conference was divided up Africa from 1884 to 1885. This is where...
Divided Africa. That's why we got so many countries in Africa, and work is needed. But,
Yeah. And they did not divide the countries under ethnic groups. They divided according to how they wanted to
control,
and reap, just oppress the people. It's so wonderful. Listen, the 19th, Richard King, psychiatrist, historian, melanin pineal gland scholar, born 1946 to 2013. I happen to know him. He was in the Aquarian Spiritual Center with myself, Uta, Karen Hunt, and Sam was affiliated with it. We had a Aquarian Spiritual Center, and Dr. King was the one of the workshop, and a very powerful individual, a noted psychiatrist. well-known international psychiatrists. But there's so many people that are named in each month that have contributed to our liberation and development as a people.
Right. So they could definitely get more of what's highlighted in
Yes.
the November calendar.
Yes.
And again, this was provided by Yucca Africa House Club.
Yes.
Was there anyone else you wanted to highlight?
There are several other people, but Mario Moorhead, certainly, author, historian, community activist.
Oh, and that's on
Right.
the 30th.
Yeah.
30th of November.
Yeah, it's on
That's
the
when
30th.
he was
Yeah.
born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that there's so many people that have contributed to our liberation and development as a people, and this is an opportunity to go down through the 30 days of November and see what the people that have contributed.
All right.
It's a wonderful thing.
So let's, I know time is like there, and there's so much in our newspaper to share. Can we do the community announcements? And I guess what's moving forward. So we are ready. These events already took place. So the Ethiopian World Federation, meets every first and third Sunday of the month, located at 53 King Street, Frederiksted, at 3 p.m. And you can contact the Ethiopian World Federation. They're also located in the town of Frederiksted. Contact them, TEWFLOCALNUMBERFIVE@gmail.com. Again, first and third Sunday of the month. And then also on Saturday, just to put that in, it is a membership organization. So they do have a store open on Saturdays from 1 to 3. And then create your own reality project. That's on Tuesdays, Afrofusion Sweat Session, located at Malik Felix Community Center in Montbijou. And their first class is free, and second class would be $5 thereafter. If you bring a friend, you will get that class free. So that class will be free. You can contact Aoife Massey, and that's your daughter, very talented young lady.
Very talented young lady.
Yes. You can contact her at 340-473-7767 or email cyorproject14@gmail.com, and Facebook, Create Your Own Reality Dance Project. Then the St. Croix Council of Elders meet every third Wednesday, located at CHANT, and again, that's where we are right now, at CHANT's office, and the meeting begins at 6 p.m. They're also on Facebook, so check out St. Croix Council of Elders. You can contact them at St. Croix Council of Elders, as said, well, STCROIXCOUNCILOFELDERS@gmail.com. And then Yucca Africa House Club is an after-school tutorial and cultural center located at 19 and 20 King Street, Frederiksted, from 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Contact numbers are 323-899-5460 or 407-459-0985. And then last, St. Croix Council of Elders meet again with the Healing Heart Gathering, and that's the last Sunday of the month, located at the Frederiksted Community Garden at 5:30 p.m. And actually, that's not the only announcement. This just came in. So the United Caribbean Association, that's UCA, presents 2 days of Inside Out Cultivations. And the events, dates are Saturday, November 23rd, and Sunday, November 24th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. And they're located at Yuca's Kitchen. Okay, that's right across from Bodo Park in the town of Frederiksted. The events, the admission is free. Events in the area: vegetarian food and drink sale, homegrown produce and product sale, book sale, local arts and craft sale, conscious music videos, food, drink preparation, demos, youths make it and take it, arts and crafts center, networking, and much more. So definitely you want to check out UCA on those 2 days, Saturday, November 23rd, and Sunday, November 24th, starting at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
That's great.
Yes, so UCA has been in our community and definitely keeping us aware of our history, our heritage, and just a place where different cultural events take place. So definitely want to thank. Yes, and food.
The vegetarian and vegan food that they've established for over 30 years or so.
I want to, go to bridging the gap between the Caribbean and Africa. Yes,
It's a very
I want to
important article.
squeeze that one in
Yeah.
because time is something else. But the featured person came from Ethiopia. So Jonathan Dyer was born and raised in Ethiopia, Africa. He lives in Shashamane, inspired by a recent visit of some elders that established the Rastafari Youth Initiative Council in Jamaica in 2018. Jonathan and other young people decided to create a council in Shashamane in the name of Rastafari Youth Initiative Council Shashamane to preserve the legacy as well as mobilize the youths of that council. Along with his co-members, are hoping to fulfill a youth center, and that center would be named Ujima Youth Center. According to him, there is nothing like that here for the generation of the repatriates. Some of the challenges he found there are cultural barriers, lack of parental involvement with their children's education, and parental guidance. Jonathan, like some of his generation, parents repatriated from the diaspora to live in Shashamane on land which was set aside by then Emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie or the first. Jonathan found that proper guidance and teachings of their history and the practical method to uphold it were not carried on. Therefore, there is a lack of discipline amongst them, which makes it challenging to unite. So definitely, you should get the newspaper, read up more on him and the center and the work that they're doing. There are children who are victims of HIV, and they collaborate with another organization, the Awenta Children's Center, and he's actually the administrative leader of that center. Check them out on Facebook at Yawenta Children's Center Shashamane. That's YAWENTA Children's Center. Yes, so you can
beautiful.
see that, but definitely check them out on the Facebook page. Is there a website? Not on the website.
I like that using the Nguzo Saba under collective work and responsibility in Ujima, right? The Nguzo, the seven principles of Kwanzaa, right?
Yes.
And that's an excellent organizational format, especially for you. Powerful, very powerful.
Yes. And then we have on the next page, we have one Caribbean under one sun. So the island that was highlighted or is highlighted is St. Lucia. So it says the Caribs were the ones the European encountered. They fought for control of the island between 1660 and 1814. After unsuccessful early attempts by the Spanish to take control, possession of the island was disputed, and they had a series of revolts or back and forth fighting amongst either the colonizers or the Caribs and the colonizers, but they eventually came to a settlement. Yes, so
The Treaty of 1814, right? St. Lucia became a prosperous plantation economy developed. It was based on sugar and worked by enslaved Africans until Britain abolished slavery in 1834.
yeah, so interesting. The head of state of St. Lucia is Queen Elizabeth II, which is represented. She's represented by a governor general, who is appointed by her, therefore being her representative. But it's so interesting how a lot of Caribbean islands still have that, how to say, that control by the colonizers. So they're not fully independent.
Semi-colonies, semi-independence.
Yeah. But we have a way to go, and with determination, I know that we can definitely do better as African descendants. We can do more.
Of course.
There's special news from the Caribbean, from Chile. And yeah, there's been some hot stuff going on there. Chileans have been protesting for days due to privatization of transportation, health, pension, education, and even water. Precarious jobs, politicians evading taxes, and with outrageous high salaries, huge student loan debts, business collusion, police and military corruption. There have been multiple illegal detentions reported and loss of lives, mainly civilians. As one indicated here, this is the country that is the ground zero for the neoliberal economic model, now in crisis all over the world. Very interesting. So you can get further. You can get further information on Facebook or on Instagram. So at PRENSAOPAL on Facebook, or on Instagram at PRENSACHILENA. And yeah,
We have to support all indigenous people who are fighting for the liberation. I mean, straight out, because the oppression that the power system, the power apparatus, the multinational power apparatus that has been, dominating certainly Latin America and other countries, so it's all the small countries, especially Chile, like Chile. The indigenous population there, they are just the collusion for the police and the military corruption. That's a problem. That's a problem, and indigenous people all over the world need to unite in order to begin to satisfy, some of the claims of oppression that are going on. But thanks to the UMOJA Caribbean Union newspaper,
Public Affairs Committee.
yes, that we get this kind of information. Also, what I like, it's something for the kids. There's games in the back, children, right?
Actually, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to insert it, as I have a couple of friends who are Capricorns. So they would say that, it's okay to say kids, because Capricorns are goats, baby goats.
Right.
So like, okay, only for the Capricorns, all right.
Yeah, but certainly the younger people, I like that, because there are people, when you say people, that's the respect that needs to be. Games for them, games in the newspaper, right? With the etymology spirit of finding words. Etymology is the study of words and the history of words and where they come from.
And here's one. True or false? This is so interesting. It says the original meaning is true or false. You have to answer if it's true or false. So the original meaning of the word black is pale, without color, white, albino. So is that true or false? You'll get that answer next month.
Also, there's fill in the missing spaces with the following letters, and then you read that. When you plug in the letters, it makes several words. So the answers are here from October.
Yes.
So it's ongoing and can be fun.
So how they gonna win the DVD? What's the challenge?
Well, for the DVD, the Cane and Corn Fest, they actually have to make contact with us by phone or email, so that we know that they're tuning into our online radio. So that's how they can win that Cane and Corn Fest DVD until we have it available publicly for sale. So in the meantime, they could get it free. Free. So stay tuned, stay on our online radio. You see the link there, so that you could get that free DVD. So I know time is of food. A few minutes, if I may, I wanted to share.
Yes, you may.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. One of our beloved, I would say, he's as one say the cornerstone, cornerstone. Um, all the loved ones, family, his fans of Von Benjamin. Definitely, I want to just dedicate this here to you. I know I'm one of his fans, and I'll be brief, but I obtained one of his books, and I had my first encounter with Von. It was very mystical, I must say. There was they had a performance on the pier at Ann Abramson, and it was just mystical. So probably the follow. I had recently, but he's a poet, and I got his book, so I had it in my vehicle. I went, I said, hold on 1 minute, let me go and get it, please, could you sign my book? So he turned to a page, and I'm gonna read it to you. It says, wisdom says, and he has a way of writing some words, and just him. For fear is present within its size, and the whimsical look that dismays acknowledged beauty at truth, and attempt at truth teach and never learn is a human hound, and one whiff of the trail, and we're gone with the gusto. And to bring wrong and adamant is the flaw that we all know. But wisdom is slow to be wrong, and when right, does not declare victory with malicious delight. And years sometimes pass with the words unsaid, for well-meaning wisdom won't reach the misled. So he signed it that day, said, Jah Love and Balance by Vaughn. So I know for this short moment, and that's what, people come in our lives, we come in each other's lives, it may be for a short moment, for months, or for years, for a lifetime. And we just have to be appreciative of the wisdom that comes as a result of our connection. So I'm very appreciative for the work that our beloved Von Benjamin has done in Midnight Band, and his gift to us. So I am very appreciative, and he will live on forever, as he said, Ivor. For Ivor is like for river. He spelled sound is power. We keep that alive, and his legacy shall live on forever. So giving thanks.
Giving thanks.
Wow. And we're off the air on Facebook, but please stay tuned to our online so that you get that information so you can